popping up here as a reel, and you can find the full in-depth video as I'm filming 2 of them in my YouTube channel, so head there after if you're interested. Today I want to talk about our connection and the point of what are the demons and how they're connected to our beliefs about ourselves, and how staying true to yourself and feeling safe within and building the safety within to stay true to yourself is detrimental. I also will talk about self-mastery, and I will go deep into feminine self-mastery and what it means. Some people say we create our reality. Some people say that we co-create our reality. I feel like it's up to us to find that out. But what I'm here to talk about is connection, deep connection. If you didn't feel validated or safe to be validated as a child, so you came to your caretaker and you were like, this is the issue, and the caretaker said, like, devalidated you, or gaslighted you to say that it's not important, or gaslit, I know that's the word. If they did this, then you obviously will not feel safe, or you would not feel like you can complete the distressed situation within. You would not know how to resolve that stressful situation within yourself. And when you don't know how to resolve the stressful situation within yourself, then that would be tension manifested in your body. Good thing is that our bodies and our truth, our soul, the connectedness itself, the connection, the state of love, peace, the feeling of resolution, the activation of our parasympathetic system, clarity in our mind, and ease and pleasure and joy, and the feeling in our womb and in our gut, feeling of pleasure, feeling of fulfillment, and then love, because we get fulfilled from the earth pleasure, and the pleasure is possible if we have the stable-ish ground where we can feel like I'm safe, I am. And then from there, our parasympathetic nervous system is activated. The thing is, we are human. We are in human bodies, living human lives as women or as men, or as transgender, or as a dog, or as a butterfly. All of us are part of one, yet we are experiencing this life as a separate entity, but everything around us is us. So if we have a distressing emotion, the people around us trigger us, so they call out that emotion that we did not resolve. This resolution of emotion is super important for your sovereignty and your safety and your creativity in this world, and your expression and your authenticity, and hence we can make a better world if we give space. First step is acceptance, so giving space to all of those emotions, all of our states, to be saying I am as I am, and accepting and giving space to ourselves in all of the emotions. The reason I'm saying that is that I used to be really triggered by the past, and I used to think that I don't matter. But the thing is, the more I'm getting triggered by things, and I've been traveling around, and there are places and people who feel dangerous, who feel yucky, who feel like a demon or something like that, right? So for example, there is a man that would come up to me saying, you are so pretty, right? That's kind of off-putting, hey? So, or there are men who would be like completely horrible. And the thing is, I don't know if I attract that or no, but I need to be able to stay sovereign in my truth. I realized that those men are suffering inside and they didn't have their need met. But then I was thinking, like, who do I complain about this? And then obviously having women in my life to validate me is really important, and not being blamed for that, being like, oh, it's your fault, like your t-shirt was too short, whatever. Um, yeah, so it's really important to validate that feeling of no, like fuck no, I don't owe you anything, I don't owe you, good girl, and my no is valid. That is the first thing women need to kind of really truly get, that your no is valid, no matter what it is. For a woman to trust men takes time, takes certain type of energy that the man has cultivated, so you can allow him to get closer to you. And I'm not saying that like it also takes certain amount of openness and truthfulness of a woman to be able to appreciate a man, and to be able to reflect him the truth, because if the truth is not reflected from the both parts, then the relationship can't thrive. And all of us want this love, all of us want this happiness. This in fact is something that moves us. All of us want peace and tranquility. That is another thing that moves us. Okay, so coming back to why we matter and why connection matters. Connection to every part, every chakra of our body. Connection to womb and peace and play and pleasure. Connection to tummy. Connection to the self, where all of us are accepted. Connection to just ability to love. Safety and everything you need for the heart to open up, and then the expression to open up. And as we work on one aspect, another aspect will automatically improve it, because the universe wants us to be happy. The universe wants us to co-create or create. The universe wants us. The mama nature is here to feed us. But there are so many distortions on this earth. There are so many lies based on fears and false beliefs that the whole society is formed. Look at the wars. False beliefs of unworthiness and of past pain that was not resolved. Past pain based on false beliefs. Because if a guy goes to war listening to general, he wants a father. He wants a father to love him. He wants a father to provide him with safety and certainty. And this is the basic human need to be able to be alive. But people don't know how to ask for it directly, because they haven't been given that. If they haven't been given that in the past, they would do everything to be good to someone. But sovereignty means you stop. Sovereignty means you stop trying to get something by manipulating someone else. You learn to provide that feeling within, and you learn to cultivate that feeling within, and you learn to be really deeply loving to parts of yourselves that were dismissed and validated maybe on a continuous basis in the past. If you did not have safety and love growing up, you would not know how it feels, how peace feels, how something feels. But it's possible to cultivate now, to keep investing into our own vibration. Today I was doing my Kundalini and I was and so much fear was coming out of me. Like I just let the energy go and then play, and then so much of the darkness that I've inhaled being in a certain place transmuted back into play and joy. So we are SpongeBobs, we are channels. We intake that stuff from people and places, and it's really important to find safety, to find connection. If it's nature, if it's certain people that bring you that, please, my loves, we can amplify this certain beautiful vibrations. I'm not saying we shouldn't explore and go to places that scare us, but I'm saying that it's really important to learn how to move that energy consistently. I feel like I wouldn't even record this video in this particular way, and I will re-record it and do it better as this knowledge settles within myself. I wouldn't have done this video if I didn't if I wasn't shown certain parts of myself that I didn't work through, and I'm still working through, and I'm not perfect, and it's amazing how I get to work through these feelings. But I really wanted to share this because so many women are still feeling like they can't take power back. And then we have women who influence children, and we have caretakers who work with children, and children don't really come usually with that amount of shit. So till we deal with our shit, we will pass it on, and then the children will have to deal with it. So why would we pass it on if we can deal with it? And we can deal with it in finding stillness, in knowledge, in understanding how beautiful we are, and understanding how beautiful life is, and building from that space, from that peace, slowly with patience. I'm realizing that, but I'm sharing this because my heart just wants to scream this. My heart just wants to share this with people. My heart wants to provide safe spaces where people can feel validated, so we can like scream or we can dance, but also be heard by ourselves and by people around, so we can develop and establish trust, and we can establish new neural pathways of safety, of self-trust. And I'm not saying that it was easy for me to learn this, but maybe it is easier for some people growing up in certain different situations. So next time there's going to be someone coming to you being like, I want you, you are so pretty, like all of this yucky energy, reconnect to your sovereignty. Thank you for doing your work. Thank you for being here. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being the puzzle piece that you are on earth. The more we learn to be ourselves, the more we can really serve the whole vibration just by being ourselves. It's magical. The more we can just be, the more we can follow through with our ideas and learn and go and find the stillness again and again and again, by understanding how our wellness and our bodies work, and our subtle bodies and our energy bodies and our cosmic bodies. The more we can go on with it. I am learning and I am expressing, and I just wish that we feel truly validated by people in our lives. I feel like if that's what you need and you don't feel like you can receive it yet, I was there. And I found those people, and going to people who are open, who are dancing and singing, was feeling like, I needed to reprogram myself, say, no, I am worthy of friends, and actually go. And it was scary at first, and it was scary for a really long time, because I had a history of loads of abandonment with friends, but also that was because I didn't feel like I valued myself or I saw my worth. I didn't even let others express their gratitude to me, and it's really important for me to express right now. And I know that even with developing deeper connection to myself, I don't need to express as much, but if there are still people struggling with expression, struggling with connection after they've expressed something, know that healthy relationships are possible, healthy resolutions of conflicts are possible, and feeling protected and sovereign, and not that like someone is entitled for you to have you in their life if they just need you, but allowing people to go through their own stuff. The only thing is, if there are dangerous people around, I just see that there are going to be victims of dangerous people around, and those victims are usually girls. And I'm just really calling you to look at that issue for yourself, seeing how you can protect your sovereignty, how can you protect yourself energetically, how can you be stronger energetically. I know that we want men to protect us, but a lot of the times, if we don't have a man yet, or we haven't built the relationship with men yet, or we're learning how to be kind to yourself, and yeah, this whole process of learning to protect myself and stay in my sovereignty, and also allowing myself to say what if there is something that is extremely great. From my experience being with men who wanted to protect me meant that they protected my energy. Just their presence, that just them being on this earth protected my energy, where I could be really, really with people who were ruining my sovereignty. That idea is something that our parents do, but if they did not give us what we needed, and maybe they were doing their best, and maybe they were not aware, and maybe we are the ones to teach them to love their inner child. But yeah, maybe they did do what they could, but maybe they didn't. All of that is worthy of presence and compassion. In fact, presence is always here. And if you feel like reconnecting to your inner child, that's so important too, because we can't grow into healthy adults without being a healthy child and healthy teen first. No, impossible. The shadow work makes so much sense. The shadow work is so worth it. The shadow work integrates heart and energies that weak. And shadow work is psychotherapy and therapy and dancing and integrating that. My loves, I just cannot. This work is so important. Okay, so if you still don't feel like you matter, notice how many things you've done. Notice how important it is. Notice how you react on the outside and how your inside is creating and blossoming this beauty, which life was always about before people forgot, and distortions happened. So lots of distortions have happened, and you can read about certain distortions in Corey website that I can link down below. I loved his stuff. I'm not saying that he has all the answers, but he is closer to truth of how life is. If you want to stay connected, send me a comment or a DM or ask me to be added to the group that I have. It's an honor to be able to share this, and my purpose is indeed to be able to be a safe space and a sovereign space in our truth, to give voice to myself, and to be able to connect so deep with all of us on this level of play, healing, different therapy modalities, just to be able to be now. And from now we can just blossom. We can be us. We can understand, have knowledge, wisdom about how our bodies work and how life works and how relationships works and how energy works and communication, and everything is energy. Everything is energy. I can't emphasize that enough, but it's also really important to understand how to master that energy. The knowledge that everything is energy, or I'm not my mind, I'm not my body, is great. But mastering the depth, getting to the depth, connecting body, soul, and mind in between to serve us is a slow process. So as I'm speaking about this, I know that you are resonating with it, and I am speaking from a sovereign place. Namaste. May our knowledge be blessed. May we learn how to open up to the truth, how to be able to be forgiven when we make mistakes, how to be able to communicate with those mistakes, and to be able to create better and better. Everything is already here. Everything is possible, but it's with love that we're opening up to it. It is with love and with allowing the old parts who served us to say thank you to them. Thank you for serving me, but now it's time to open up to a new thing. I love you, love me. We're so worthy. Thank you for being here.